Hello everyone. I am late, but I am here. Welcome to the stream. For those of you on YouTube, welcome to the video. I apologize for the delay. There was a decent update when I hopped on this morning, even though I updated sometime at the end of last week because I hadn't been on here for a while, so I knew I needed to update, but they snuck one in on me. But that's okay. We are here, and I am excited to get back with Elder Scrolls Online. Love this game. New High Isle update, I believe, is available around June 21st. So I think that's what the update was about. They are getting ready for that. Excuse me. So, voice willing, God willing, player willing. Let's get started. Oh, that's right. The last thing I did on this was I hopped on my PlayStation account and I searched all over Somerset to figure out how to get to the one of the beginner sections, because Somerset kind of jumps you ahead in the timeline of the lore, and I didn't want to do that. So I'm giving you a quick sneak peek here of the store and all the lovely little things that they have. Hello, Gruesome. Excuse my voice. Hey, Josh. Hey, everybody. Thank you for waiting on me. I appreciate it. Holy cow. How you feeling today, Gruesome? How are you feeling today, Josh? Let's see. Oh, aren't you lovely? What is that? An arms pack? They match the undaunted Griffin. So cute. Good. Want to do Anno Multi tomorrow? I have time. Oh man, I have an appointment tomorrow. I can't. I forgot I had that scheduled last week. Is tomorrow the only day you're available? If so, we may just have to push it back another week, which may be good, since you're not feeling well. Oh, 2 weeks. Okay. That'll work. No worries. That'll give you time to... Ooh, that's cool. Give you time to feel better. Ooh, Blackwood. I think that's the most recent one. I am feeling good. How do you like ESO? I love ESO. This is my first time on the computer, but I've had it on my PlayStation, I think, since it released. On the 22nd. Okay, thanks, Gruesome. I will put that in my calendar. It's just, I don't know, it's just an openness about it. You just feel free. You can just kind of go anywhere and feel like the world is yours to explore. And if you like the quest, there's normally one right around the corner waiting for you somewhere. What was that noise?
Next time I'm in the field, I think I'll bring a great warhammer. Or two.
Or two.
Welcome to our hall. Are you familiar with the guild? The Fighters Guild. You should consider joining up. We have a new guildmaster and a new singular purpose. Why don't we talk for a moment?
Have you been able to play it any, Josh? Or are you looking into it, or... Hey, Laura might not be up for long, but excited to see you streaming. Hey, Bullet! thank you for hopping in. Yes, I can understand why you might not hang around for a while. I'm trying to think what time it is your time where you are, but you're kind of on the flip side. I like it. The only thing is that I feel so overwhelmed it doesn't do a good job of telling you where to go. There is a lot of content right now. So let me grab this quest real quick, and maybe I can help you with that a little bit. I don't know. 11 o'clock, yeah, because you're probably wanting to head to bed. So thank you so much for hopping in. I appreciate it. And have a good night. And if you are off to bed, rest well. And I hope to see you soon. Hope things are going well for you and you are very blessed. The stream is stacked. What does that mean? I don't know what that means, Gruesome. All right.
Excellent. I know we'll all be drawing blades together soon enough. Now, what can I tell you? Right. Our new guildmaster is an Argonian, sees all colors. She has us all hunting down the Daedra and their damned anchors. You might have seen them. Enormous chains, plagues of Daedra boil out to lay waste to the countryside. Hard fights.
Trying to last a bit longer, still be sick, so sleep habits are a little scurry. I hear that. I think I went to bed. The night before last, I went to bed at 8:30. Last night, I went to 9. So I am progressing. I'm slowly getting up to the 10 o'clock mark again. So I understand that. I was lucky if I could stay up till 8. But make sure to get that rest, because that's the time when you heal. So if you feel like you got to sleep, do it. Listen to your body. All right.
Guildmaster Yofnir passed away recently,
well,
very suddenly.
Yeah, there is that. I slept
always
all
thought
day.
He'd die
Oh
with
no.
a blade in his hand. But he passed away in his sleep, called to Sovngarde by his ancestors. We all miss him, but Colors has proven to be a very able leader. No, we only draw blades in service to the guild. We're technically neutral in the war between the three alliances. We love the Eagle Banner and Her Majesty, of course. But every race, every creed belongs under the guild hall's roof.
Play away. Just nice to get to hear you a bit and learn more of what you like playing. Aw, thank you so much. I appreciate that. RPGs. RPGs are my jam. But with the evolution of video games now, they've got RPG elements in just about everything, so my my library of video games, I guess, has expanded to almost infinite. It's amazing. And it helps when you want to be a variety streamer, so you don't have to stick with one thing all the time, but you have the option to do that if you want to. So I like options. Choices are good. Okay, I am not worried about what I get in return. I just want to open up.
Then let me be the first to officially welcome you as an associate of the Fighters Guild. Get out there and take the fight to the Daedra.
Okay. So what that did, and I do not remember any of the commands now. Let me see here. Skills. Okay. So, what I just opened up is another skill tree. And the Intimidate helps with the conversations. I opened up Mage's Guild, I think, on the last video, which gives you Persuasion, but I always open those two up. So, that is always a good option to have. Okay. So, let me get out of town here so I can show Josh where he might want to start. Now, when you hopped in to the game, Josh, like I said, I don't know if you bought the base game or if you bought all the content that was available at the time, which might have even been High Isle. I don't know if that's changed the beginning of the game as well or not, because I haven't tried it out. I haven't purchased it yet. And I might wait on that too, because oh my goodness, I haven't gotten through maybe an eighth of what they have on here. But anyway, just the base game. Okay. So I think that should take you to the beginning. Kind of I think you wake up in a prison in just about all of them, but you have to kind of, there seems to be like a rebellion and you're fighting your way out. Let's see. I want the dock. This is the dock. To the dock. Oh my goodness, it's been so long since I've played that beginning. But yeah, if you play through all of that, I believe it takes you to how do I get out into the map? I'm the map. I want the big map. Oops, what did I do? I want the world map. There it is. I think it takes you here to Vocal Guard. Does it take you to Vocal Guard or does it take you to one of the other beginning? I don't remember. But I don't know how far you've made it either. So what I could even do, let me see if I've got, oh yeah, I got tons of money. Okay. So if you're not through the tutorial or the beginning portion, I could actually teleport to all the different areas to see where it is you ended up, to kind of help you through it if you want me to. If you remember, if you want to fight with that today. That is entirely up to you. So, okay. I don't even think... Are these actually open? Wow. Dagger Falls open. Solitude Docks. I don't even know what that is. Let me see. Oh, Skyrim. Okay. Big Rock. But on the base game, normally in the beginning, you started in one of... I can't remember if it took you directly to Vocal Guard or if you started in either, and I think it was random, or it might have... With the update of the opening up the world, where you weren't locked into areas according to your factions, I think it was based on your faction where you went, of the three places. Now, with the update, I don't know if it's random. Okay, you'll be on sometime later. So yeah, what I can do, so this is Somerset, this is an expansion, I want to say 2 or 3 updates ago, or expansions. But this is Canarthy's Roost. This is my favorite one. I love to start here. But I can show it to you. Probably not, unfortunately. I'm only going to be on for about an hour. But I might be on Discord later, depending on when you hop in. If you have any questions, maybe I could help you out. Oh, we are all merged. So this would be Canarthy's Roost, one of the starting spaces. And it's the one I really enjoy. It starts the beginning of the game. Or it takes you maybe from the tutorial to an area where you can kind of feel out the game before it starts you on the storyline. But on Canarthy's Roost, I don't know if the Way Shrine will be open for you or not with the base game, but what it might do is you might start down here. Any of the anchors are boats where you can actually get a boat ride. Let me see, let me remember, that is to the south. Where you can actually get a boat ride. guess it was my jump here. That can give you an option to go to one of the 3 areas. So that is also another option. Okay, the other thing I don't like is there's no mini-map to make sure where you're going. Oh, yeah, I love mini-maps. I'm with you on that. I like my mini-maps. Hey, Isabella, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the stream. So happy to have you here. Thank you for taking time out of your busy day to join us. If you feel comfortable, let us know a little bit about yourself, what games you enjoy. I am playing one of my favorite games, Elder Scrolls Online right now. Love RPGs. RPGs are my jam. With the evolution of games over the last few years, oh, there he is. Razumdar. I think no, not in all the places. In Canarthy's Roost, you want to look for Razumdar. And is he in one of the other ones? No, just in Canarthy's Roost, you want to look for Razumdar. So the Khajiit with the amazing red mohawk. So yeah, but sorry, Isabella. I'm having 2 or 3 different conversations at once and not doing very well at it. But yeah, love RPGs. With the evolution of video games over the last few years, where they put RPG elements in all the other different genres, my whole world has opened up. So used to be a huge book nerd, bookworm, and played my first RPG, and I was like, the only thing better than reading a book is being able to play the book, being the interactive, being the hero, controlling the world of the book. It's amazing. But I didn't know you streamed. I should have followed already. That's okay. I kind of keep it under the radar. I don't want to broadcast it. I really want to see how I grow organically, naturally. I don't want to force it. Don't want to take advantage of the community or GSC or anything. So just kind of curious, putting it all in God's hands, seeing where he takes it. Kind of want to see where he goes with it, what he does with it. So no worries. You're here now. That is all that matters. I also saw where you got Susie to play Final Fantasy XIV. Yeah, I was blessed last Waymaker, and the thought came to me. I'm like, hey, let's propose something. Maybe this'll get him, because I figured once he started playing it, he'd be hooked. And so glad I was right. So glad I was right. I think he's gonna be hooked on ESO too, if he ever gets to play with it a little bit. But anyway, let me get heading out here, showing you the boatman. I like super chill games like Minecraft, Stardew Valley. I played Minecraft with my kids when they were into it. Stardew Valley, I have played that. Spyro, Final Fantasy, and Siberia. I've heard of Siberia. I've never played it. Final Fantasy is good. I've played a few of those. Final Fantasy VI is my favorite. I do enjoy Final Fantasy XIV. Hopefully I get the time and the means to get back into that. Things are kind of crazy in my life right now, so I'm just now well enough to be able to get back to streaming. Hopefully, consistently. God willing. I am speaking way too fast, so sorry. Saw your tweet today and said, what? She streams? Yeah, I was having some technical difficulty. So this is Sugar Claus. She's the boatswain here. Oh, I'm the only one? It's been around for a while, hasn't it? Kind of a interactive game, kind of like... I want to compare it to Myst. Myst is like super old school. Thank you! Yeah, I've been fighting something for the last 4 weeks. My daughter at the beginning of the month tested positive for COVID on a Tuesday, then I didn't feel well on a Thursday, assumed it was COVID. Was taking care of her, taking care of myself, wasn't able to go get tested, and then I've just been fighting it for 4 weeks. Finally went to the doctor last week, and according to the paper, he diagnosed it as bronchitis. So I don't know if I've had that all this time, or if it's just been evolving and mutating, and who knows what it does nowadays, but with their help and some more medication and everything, and finally resting and hydrating and taking care of myself, I am feeling better. So, trying to take it slow and ease back into the swing of things. Yeah, I got started, but I'm just like Susie, I hate all the reading. That's what made me stop. There's a lot of reading in the beginning. I'm okay with it. That's why I kind of play by myself. I get kind of anxious when I get to the dungeons. But, so I kind of flip-flop. I play all these MMOs for the RPG and story and the open world aspect where I can just kind of adventure. That's why I play them, Josh. So Final Fantasy XIV's thrown me for a loop, but their dungeon's a little more casual friendly because I am a casual player. And I don't mind playing dungeons, but some people take that stuff very seriously, which is fine. That's what they enjoy in games. It's just, hopefully there's some room for meeting of the minds and compromises in there. Otherwise, if you lose one aspect of your player base or the other, then you don't have anybody to play with. I learned through New World that MMOs are not my thing. New World is a very different and niche kind of MMO. I'm hoping maybe to kind of come back to that.
I don't care to sail through corpses, but if I dock at Mistral, they'll inspect my cargo. Which is all legitimate, I assure you.
Oh, I'm sure. So yeah, I'm looking forward to looking into New World, Isabella, in the future to see what they do with it. It's got a lot of good ideas, and it's fun with the community, especially with the GSC community. But I think it had a rough start, or there was a lot of expectations, or all the above. Who knows? But I think they're still going pretty steady. I'm not sure. I don't keep track of it too much. Hey, Big Playa. How are you today? I am good. Starting a little late, but I made it. So, sorry we missed each other yesterday, but I'm so glad you were able to hop in today. If you feel comfortable, tell us a little bit about yourself. What games do you enjoy? I'm playing one of my favorites, Elder Scrolls Online, RPGs. I love them. It's literally the grind of leveling in MMOs. I don't know. I get where there is a lot of grind in some of them. That is very true. In most of them, maybe in all of them.
Where do you need to go?
Where can you take
I can
me?
take you to Vulkelgard in Oridon.
Okay.
I have many things to sell to the High Elves. All of them legal.
I love all these disclaimers. Okay, so she will take you to Vulkelgard. So I need to work. I recently got into old school RuneScape. Nice. Yeah, I think I jumped into RuneScape 3 a few months ago, maybe at the beginning of the year, maybe over the holiday season, I think. And dabbled with that a little bit, but I'm not sure. Something came up. I don't remember now what, and I didn't stick with it. I do have an account though, I think, and I'm pretty sure it's with RuneScape 3. So, yeah, I'm hoping I can jump back into that in the future. There's so many games I want to play, and there's just not enough time. Just not enough time. Bet you have a great community that makes all games more fun. We have
get into the camp.
an amazing community. And I don't know if you are already a part. Oops. Uh-oh, what am I doing here? Okay, I need to switch back over. I need to slow down. This is what I need to do. Oh, dear. One of the things that they gave me for the bronchitis is an inhaler. And I think it wires me up a little bit when I use it. So deep breath. Come back down to earth. But yeah, Isabella, I don't know if you're part of the God Squad Church and God Squad gaming community, but those are the Discord links. if you'd like to check it out. When I'm offline, a lot of times I am on there back and forth. Okay, so there is Canarthy's roost. Trying to remember. Funding. Okay, there's a big rock. Oh, you see me in Aki's Discord. Yep. I hopped into Aki's Discord when I was looking to try and get into Final Fantasy XIV again. So, you post Bible verses. I did that back at the beginning of the year when things kind of slowed down with GSC and on the Discord. And at that point in time, I was, I think I joined Aki's group around that time too. So I just went ahead and posted scripture there as well. Just daily things that I, from what I read or my devotions or what I come across. And because I didn't want to leave that community out too. And I'll keep doing it until somebody tells me otherwise. So I don't think I've gotten in trouble yet. Hopefully they're encouraging for everybody. Okay, so Josh, if you're still here, or anyone that's interested, this could be another starting place, Bleak Rock Isle, that it might send you to. She will pop up, or you can always go to any of the villages. And then there's more docks here. Oh, this one actually takes you to Summerside. Nice. Sedanin. I don't know where that is. Davin's Watch. Okay, Davin's Watch. Where's Davin's Watch? Oh, there's Sedanin. I think that's one of the expansions. Nope, I don't want to no, I don't want to fast travel there. I just want to kind of zoom in. Davin's Watch. Is this... I think this might be... Daggerfall? I am not as versed in the areas and the lore as I should be. Okay, well I have to go get my day started. Probably laid in bed too long. Oh! Sure, take off. I hope you have a great day. I'm so sorry. There is just one other place, but it gives you 3 options. And yeah, hopefully that helps you out. If not, yeah, don't hesitate to shoot me a question in Discord, and I'll see what I can do for you. Or you can catch, of course, the video later, and I will continue showing the areas, and then you can see if any of that helps you when you're able to hop on later. But thank you so much for joining me today, Josh. Have a blessed day. Okay, so this is Strass Mackay. Another starting point. And let's see here. And you can also hop in here. Oh, I forgot to. I'll have to go back to Bleak Rock and show Josh where he can go to start the quest line for that area. Here, you want to go into a little harbor or port they have. To the port, it just told me. And you will want to talk to
No more excuses, Lambor. Just find them.
Captain Colleen, and she will start the quest for this area. A little bit more about Isabella. Next month I'll be 39. This fall my husband and I will be married 20 years. Congratulations. We have 3 boys. Oh, that sounds like fun. I stay home with them. I love music. I have a hard time finding enough time to game these days. I can imagine. I have 2 children. They are both young adults now. My youngest just turned 18 in February, so I am getting accustomed to that. Going to be an empty nester soon. And so yeah, I can understand. I can understand. Big player. I'm good. Not much history about me. Most games I play is old school games. Super Mario Brothers, Donkey Kong Country, Mega Man, Sonic, Ninja Turtles, Mario Party, Streets of Rage, etc. Whenever I'm gaming, I go to work. Also work out and I go to church. Sorry for the late reply. No problem. That sounds like an amazing, balanced life. I appreciate it. Whoops. Don't go to there. Where are you at? There you are, Big Rock. Okay. But yeah, I didn't get into the old school. The old school stuff came out when I was young, and my parents didn't have the money for video games or anything, so I wasn't really opened up to video games until I was married. And then that was slow, of course, because you first get married, you're starting out. It takes some time to get your life going and everything, sometimes with education, careers, and all that. But I'm not good at platformers. I am not good at any of that stuff. I tried it all. I'm just no good at it. The first game that really hooked me was a turn-based game. That was about my speed. So I have mad respect for those who can play those games. You guys, I bow to the masters. Because that is definitely not me. Oh, thank you, Isabella. I will take all the blessings I can get. Hey, Sudsy, how are you doing today? Still feeling well, I hope? All right, which way to town? Wrong direction. Okay. So Mala will give you a random quest. Actually, yes, she... Uh-oh. My mic cut off? Oh, dear. No. I'm not sure if it was the mic, or it might have been my voice. Oh, sorry. And I definitely pushed the wrong button there, so I apologize for that, because I think that makes an awful noise in your ears. I might cut off. Okay. Oh no, not your earbuds. Well, let me see if I can... Your list of games is amazing. I have mad respect for players who can play those games. I am no good at those games. I've tried most of them. So... Alright, what do you give me, Mola? Okay. She is a random quest. That does not... That's a fun quest, but that doesn't start the quest line in the area. I'm going to listen in a while to get ready for the day. Thank you, Isabella. I appreciate it. Definitely appreciate it. Oh, and while I say that, let me throw up a little appreciation. For those who are here. Okay. I cannot remember who starts the quest in this area. I do believe they are in the large building over here. And I need to figure out how to shut off the chat window just in case. Let me see. She is upstairs. Okay, so you want to look for Captain Raina in Bleak Rock Village of Bleak Rock Isle, if that's where you land. And that will help you out there. So, those are the, I want to say, beginner areas where they kind of let you loose and roam free and adventure and experiment. But I am going to run back to Canarthy's Roost.
What is it?
He's apparently having a bad day on guard duty. And then with the High Isle, I'm not sure if they call them expansions or updates or modules. Everybody's got a different word for their updated gaming content. I guess I'll say expansion, because it expands the world. The High Isle should be coming out around June 21st. So we'll see what changes that brings. Alright. But all three of these areas will eventually get you to Vocal Guard, where the main storyline starts. And then as you progress through that, it's really, you have an option of wherever you want to go. And that's why I like this game so much. You might have to adventure a little bit to find the next quest, depending on how you play. But if you just adventure everywhere, at times you have too many quests. You can't get more quests in your journal. At least that's what happens to me. So it gives, I think, a lot of different players a lot of variety. Welcome back, Big Playa. My Bluetooth was connected to another device, so I had to turn that device off. That always happens to me too. Okay.
Have you lost your mind?
How long have I been gaming? That's a good question. I want to say the early 90s, so maybe around 30 years. That's a good guess, Sudsy. On and off, I mean, I don't know. I think maybe back in 2012, 2013, I want to say maybe I started to invest a little bit more time. Of course, you know, our kids were older and they were at school, and you can only clean the house so much, and luckily have so many errands in the day, so I might have a few hours to game. It was around the time Neverwinter came out on the computer, which I don't remember. So I want to say in the early 2000 teens, something like that. I'll have to look that up, let you know for sure. But and Neverwinter was actually my first MMO when it came out on the computer. I played the storyline on that, and then once got into the dungeons and the gear grinding and the dailies and that sort of thing, I kind of lost interest in it because I didn't understand what any of it was. Back then they didn't have a ton like they have now on Neverwinter, but what little they had, it was confusing for me, and I didn't have anybody to play with, so I had a hard time figuring it out. So I kind of let it go. But jumped back into it when it came on the PlayStation, and ran into some great people, and they literally dragged me kicking and screaming into a guild because originally I'd played rogue, and then that time I decided to play priest, and they were looking for priests big time.
Welcome to Canarthi's Roost, friend. The hurricane must have been very disorienting. So many injured, confused. Keep your voice down. Try not to draw attention.
Started with Atari. We had, well, I guess my very first game was Pong on the Marksman. So, and I don't remember if that was before or after the, was it the Commodore 64 that came out, I think? When I was in 3rd grade, had like a little math game on it, where if you got the math, it was just addition, subtraction, I think maybe multiplication, division. I'm not sure if I learned that. But if you got the math problems right, then you got a standing ovation from the audience. So you were trying to get everyone to stand for you is what you were doing. But that's some of the first ones I can remember. We had an Atari briefly. Unfortunately, some friends came over, played it with us, and somewhere in all the fun and the hubbub, I don't know, something happened to it and it never worked again. So we had that very, very briefly, and that was, I think, a hand-me-down from a friend or a family or a neighbor. So that was the end for that. And then, trying to think. My husband had, I think, a Sega Genesis when we were first married. We got some games with that, but I gravitated more towards the Super Nintendo because it had a lot more RPGs. Played like the very first Final Fantasy. I don't think it was even called Final Fantasy. I can't remember what it was called, but that one hooked me. And then we got a computer, I think, a few years after that. What was the game called? Anvil of Dawn. I think that was one of the more, how do I want to say it?
Razumdar is here on a mission of some delicacy. You are just what the Bandari ordered. Between your hands and Raz's good looks, we are certain to see this through.
It was, well, it definitely wasn't your turn-based, RPGs on the Super Nintendo. Maybe a little darker story, grimmer, more graphic, but the story just caught me. And if anybody wants to look into it, I wasn't crazy about the ending, but I could understand how that ending worked for that game, and I was just hooked because it just spoke to me. I'd never seen anything like it before. Sega, yeah, love Sega. Tons. I still have the Sega Genesis. I still have the Super Nintendo. PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3. Yeah, we've accumulated them over the years, and I just can't let them go. Still pull them out and hook them up every once in a while and play it. Bullet, thank you so much. Sleep well, rest well, and I hope you get to feeling well very soon. We'll definitely keep you in my thoughts and prayers. Yeah, Sega, and didn't they just recently announce, Sega, that they're actually closing down even their game development? So, seasons change. Kind of sad.
First, a question. Where did you come from?
I'm a Dominion soldier who survived the shipwreck.
Yes, lie with confidence. A straight face and a gleam in your eye.
Not me.
Well done. It is very good right now to fit in. Your sudden arrival, it does not fit in, you understand?
Yeah, I can't lie to save my life. I can't do it. Why should I trust you?
You should not. You should trust your instincts. Leave if you wish. No one will stop you. Or, come with Raz and do what you can to help us recover. In the process, grow your stature and wealth. It is entirely up to you.
Oh yeah, still got them all. And then some point in time we bought, I think it was when they re-released the Nintendos. We got one of those. I think we might have given those to some family friends though, because they were big Nintendo buffs, and we didn't really play it, but they had tons of games. Their Nintendo system had died, so and they were out in the middle of the country, so they didn't have internet. So it was a good distraction for them with what they were going through in their life at that point in time. So let that one go. But yeah, I've still got all the others. We've got Game Boys and DSs, and we're a big gaming family. So I don't know who caught the bug first, and we just keep catching it from each other, so it just keeps cycling around. But now this is where it's led me, so I have no complaints and no qualms, and the fact that I can find a church and a Christian community that game and love to game, oh my goodness, it's a dream come true. It's a dream come true, nothing short of a miracle. Never would have guessed it 10 years ago, let alone, 20 or 30. So, why are you helping me?
Because you are no soldier, which is useful. You can speak with the locals, assure them we are not invaders or marauders. Now come, let us try to fit in.
So if there seems to be a little disconnect about how we came here, it's because it's kind of sudden and unexplainable how we came into this world. I want to say it's called Tamriel. Oh, I really need to brush up on my lore on this game. I'm going to butcher it and get into big trouble. Then I will have to put down my gamer title for a few days until I can pick it back up. But, so yeah, there's, without spoiling it, there's some mystery behind it and everything, which the storyline will slowly explain to you. But the different areas kind of figure out who you are and what's going on, and they use you to help them out, which, as a good hero should. I think Sega is still developing with Nintendo, Microsoft, and Sony. It's possible maybe they merged with some of those. I hope so. But I could have sworn I saw something that said they were shutting down and they were giving their, at least I thought it was the main headquarters in Japan. And I can't remember who they said was either purchasing the building or they were giving it over or something, but it's been a while, and it's very possible I read the article wrong. So I hope they're still around. I want them to stay around. I love their games. Their games have been amazing. All right. Okay, well, we follow them around. So thank you guys so much. This has become an awesome chatting session. I love it.
Commander Coronet, a moment. These recruits survived the shipwreck without injuries. You mentioned something about the shattered shoals, yes?
And it gives me good practice, because I definitely need to work on my multitasking. I need to learn how to talk and play and game all at the same time, which I don't think I've quite figured it out just yet.
Glad you're up and about, recruit. I'm in need of a scout to head to Shattered Shoals. Most of our fleet foundered to the west, but we've had few survivors trickle in from that direction.
What do you need exactly?
We captured a sea viper spying on the camp. Those pirates never travel alone. Find out if they're around Shattered Shoals, and if so, what they're doing on this island. Of course, you should assist any shipwreck survivors you find. We must each do our part.
I'll do what I can.
Before you head to Shattered Shoals, speak with Eelsil. He just returned from exploring a nearby temple. That wizard claims to know something about everything, so he may have insight on how these sea vipers operate.
Ilsil is this way. Ilsil, This recruit wishes to speak with you.
Are you guys really hiding from water? Is it like a pressure washer? I know those hurt.
Marvelous, isn't it? We'll have to construct a special room for the Morning Stone when we bring it back to the Mages Guild. I'm sorry, did you need something?
Oh, so sad. I ran out of coffee. Oh well. Commander Karanith said you returned from a nearby temple.
Yes. The Temple of the Morning Springs is an old Khajiit ruin not far from here. We excavated the Morning Stone from one of the chambers. As you can see, its supply of water appears endless.
Did you encounter any sea
What do you mean,
vipers?
pirates? In an ancient Khajiit temple? Preposterous! All we saw were the undead warriors that overran our camp.
How were you attacked by the undead?
I have no idea. Actually, I have 12 ideas, but they're far less fascinating than the Morning Stone. Probably some sort of ancient curse. It usually is with these things.
So can you tell me about sea vipers?
Arrogant sea elf pirates. To my recollection, they aren't known to raid Kanathi's roost. Oh, and they have a thing for snakes. But I'm sure we both have more important matters to attend. If you'd excuse me?
Goodbye.
We should speak privately. Before you depart, let's meet by the statues north of camp.
Okay. Oh. Ooh, that's one of the mounts. Not sure which that one is. I joined GSC recently. Try to get to know a few people. I'm honestly kind of shy about it, but I'm working on it. I try to see if anybody plays any of the same games as I do. Well, I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad you found GSC. It's an amazing place, and a good place to practice on connecting with other people. So it seems like a lot of the communities like that, but you know, it's understandable. Their gaming communities are hit and miss, and video games sometimes. So it's nice to find a positive and encouraging community. So I hope you have found a place where you feel like you can connect and belong and be around for a long, long time. So yeah, just take it day by day. You know, some days will be better than others. And, you know, just take it at your pace. No reason to rush. Enjoy the journey. Because that's what it's all about. Enjoying the journey. Meeting new people and finding out, oh, I found Dumbledore. Cool. And, you know, finding out what we can learn from each other. That's what I've loved about this. When I was called to be a streamer a couple years ago, I could not wrap my brain around it. I'm like, you want me to do what? Like, nah. And then it just would not go away. It was persistent. It took me a couple years. Well, it took me longer than that, but that's a long story. But yeah, so I seriously thought about doing it summer of last year, and then I was like, this still seems crazy. This can't be a calling. This has got to be just me, you know, dreams and aspirations and who knows what else. And when I found Susie, I was like, oh, okay, well, if this isn't confirmation, I can't argue with this anymore. So the rest is history.
There, you see? You fit in and no one will stop you from walking away. Ilsil is most impressed with his newest bauble. But the undead are a threat to all of Canarthi's roost. If you want to, you could search the Temple of the Morning Springs, determine how to contain the dead there. Then the locals should see we came here as allies, not conquerors.
All right. Anything else?
Karaneth told you how the hurricane dashed the fleet into Canarthi's roost. Now the sea vipers are picking at the bones of our ships. Strange, yes? You could scout the coast, as the commander said. Prove yourself to the soldiers.
Where are you headed?
Oh, there's far less glamorous work to be done in Mistral, at the northern end of the island. Let's meet up there, after you've done what you decide to do. Until then, bright moons guide your steps.
Okay, now the adventure shall begin. And unfortunately, I forgot to put it in the title, but I'll caution everybody now, this game is rated M. There might be some suggestive themes. I've never come across anything, you know, little jokes here and there. Nothing that's been very vulgar or anything. Some language. Of course, there's some areas that are there's sacrifice and rituals and that sort of thing. So if you're uncomfortable with that, or you have young children that you don't want to see that, I apologize. I always meant to put that in the title so everyone knew what they were getting in on, and I completely forgot to do that today. And unfortunately, this caution is very late, so hopefully nothing untoward has been seen or heard up to this point. Alright, look where it got you. You got a few people showing up here keeping you company. You give out positive vibes. Thank you so much. I mean, that's the whole point I'm here. You know, share some fun, share some hope, share some encouragement. That is what I'm all about. Okay. Let me see here. Probably gonna want some leather. Let's work on some mud crabs here. Oh, wow. What in the world? Allows you to scribe for the sweet Canarthy song antiquity. Oh, that's right. They added a an archaeologist update over the last couple.
I'm going to make it.
Oh, I thought it was getting attacked. Over one of the last two expansions, and I haven't had a chance to look into it. The crafting system in this game is amazing. Have I had a chance to open that up yet? Okay, I did. So I'm not sure if I have it all open, but you've got alchemy, blacksmithing, clothing, enchanting, jewelry crafting, provisioning, woodworking, and then within all these you've got, you can make furniture for your homes that you can purchase either with gold or in-game currency or the crowns. Let's see, where's the little basic homes at? Those are the big ones. And then sometimes they have events like around the holidays and anniversaries and everything. And if you go through and complete the event, you can earn homes as well. And then wardrobes, dyes, mounts, I mean, it's, oh my goodness, it's got it all. Okay, hang on a second. Options. Let me shut you off. Put all this off. Maybe that'll work. Nope, don't want a new tab. Let's see if that'll work. You never know what's going to come across the chat. So, I'm not here to manage people or tell them what they can or can't say, but the chat can get volatile some days. What modern consoles do you have? I have the PlayStation 4. I am on the lookout for a PlayStation 5, but we all know how hard those are to find nowadays. Or at least they are for me in my area. Not sure. But I'm not looking at that hot and heavy. I may have to look at that a little harder when some of the newer games that I'm looking at come out. I just recently got a Switch. My son moved out a couple of weeks ago. No, it's just been a little bit over a week now. And he was clearing some stuff out, and he gave me a Switch. So that was a big perk. Let's see. I have an old Xbox 360, but don't play it too much anymore. I think mainly what I played on that was the Fable games. I went through that whole series. That was tons of fun. We have found the Laughing Moons. Another thing that's awesome with this game, if you just adventure around... Have you got the wrong one marked? Okay. Journal contains all your characters, quest lore, but I'll read this in a minute. Yeah, if you just go adventuring around and you find new areas and everything, you can just get experience just from adventuring. So you don't even have to fight anything, do any quests. You can just run around the whole area and find new areas, open up teleporters, or way shrines is what they call them in this one. And you can gain experience just off of that. Okay, change your focus quest, press T. You can use the map, and you can abandon with S. Okay, well, I don't want to abandon, but... Okay. I was thinking it was on the beach. It is not on the beach. Z is to put away my... But my PlayStation 4 is pretty much my go-to when I'm off stream, and then thanks to the streaming and everything, I have focused more on my
Can any of
computer.
you hear me? Where are you?
Nice. I hadn't touched my Switch in almost a month. I mostly play Xbox One and Nintendo 64. Nice. We got a lot of Pokemon games on the Nintendo 64. The kids were big in Pokemon too. Pokemon, let's see, Pokemon Snap. And then I think there was one other, but I can't remember what it was. It was kind of the offshoots of the games. But I'm not sure. We also had a GameCube, but I don't know if our son took that as well. So we still have a lot of packing to do. We have a lot of stuff, especially electronics. So a lot of stuff to go through. So it'll be fun to see what I find. Okay, let's get this quest started.
You there? Have you seen my squad?
I don't know what you mean.
We were all in a little Alkosh, part of the Dominion fleet sailing for Canarthy's Roost. Then a hurricane blew up out of nowhere. Sails tore, hulls cracked, and we were thrown into the ocean. I ended up here. I can't find the rest of my squad.
Did they survive the
Thought I
hurricane?
heard one of them calling out, but the ocean twists up sounds. If they're wounded or pinned down, could you keep an eye out for my soldiers? They answer to Edalus, Onglon, and Nistel. 2 of us can cover more ground.
I hope you find
I'm
your
sure
squad.
my squad made it to shore alive. Dominion Marines constantly defy the sea's attempts to drown us, but hurricanes are another matter. I fear my squad is banged up worse than I am.
What can I do about their wounds?
Our ship's hold was packed full of an old Bosmer healing remedy. The labels say torchbug treacle, but Marines call it glow juice. The wreck scattered bottles across the beach must be what brought out the aelids.
Aelits? What do you mean?
Squat creatures made of teeth, claws, and endless hunger. I've heard their cries up and down the beach since I came to. Their sweet tooth is bigger than their walnut brains. I saw one of the stupid things swallow a whole bottle of blow juice.
If I see any, I'll bring the torch bug Treacle to your squad.
Good luck. Do me a favor. If you find them before I do, tell them the ocean hasn't killed me yet.
Goodbye. Okay, we now have the epic quest to find bug juice, which apparently heals. Ooh, what's this over here? I guess we found a little party. Now I'm guessing, yeah. What is this? Sugar Belly. A walker's guide to happy cinched tigers. Okay. Well, for those of you who love lore, there you go. You can pause, but I am not going to steal. Okay, there's the elites. I'm gonna head back down to the beach now. For some reason, I never got into Pokemon, but I do like some of their theme songs. Oh, their music was amazing. We have, hopefully we still have some CDs. And, yeah, we've got a lot of DVDs and the movies, and the kids were into them big time. But we lived out in the middle of the country, and we didn't have internet, so, you know, you have to find things that they enjoy. And it was funny. It started with my son. My son and my daughter are about 5 years apart. So he was into things, and it was interesting to watch. She kind of got into the same stuff he did. You know, I had it around that she could see it. She had access to it, but I didn't, you know, try to direct her to it because I wanted her to find her own path. But she ended up, so they are very different, but yet it was interesting to see over the years how they were very similar. But she's going a completely different direction, even than my son and I in our gaming, because she's a hardcore Overwatch player, and I am no good at that game. Although I did play it on the PlayStation, so I've been told that makes a difference when it comes to shooters, because I am no good at shooters. But I have yet to put that theory to the test yet. I think there will be plenty of time. Wait, did that give me one as well? I thought I saw one sitting here. Weird. But I think Pokemon's just one of those things, it's going to be around forever. Because it just appeals to so many people. Not everyone, but some.
Who are you? Were you part of the fleet?
Sergeant Furion sent me to find you.
Alive? Good. That's good. Wave smashed me against the ship. Cracked a few ribs.
Ouch.
Not the best feeling.
Bet not. Sergeant Furion, I don't know why that's so hard for me to say right now, said this torch bug treacle would help.
Tastes like sandals boiled in mint perfume.
Ew.
But if it knits my ribs, I'll drink the whole bottle.
I'll look for the rest of the
Good.
squad.
I'll find Sergeant Furion. Go. Get them back safe.
Love Overwatch. I just started to play back. Play that game a few weeks ago. That game got a cross-platform now. Oh, nice. Yeah, I think they figured out the cross-platform is the way to go. Which will open up so many opportunities and content for players. So hopefully it's a win-win for everybody. Oh, I thought he stood up all of a sudden. I was like, oh, okay, hello.
I lost a lot of friends in
Quite a
that
few
storm.
players on.
Give me some good news.
I wonder if there's people getting ready for the High Isle. It's what? It's supposed to release around the 21st, so about 2 weeks. So probably people getting ready for it. it did take a bit for the update to kick in, so it's nice to see interest renewed. Pokemon is way overrated. Every time I come to Twitch, I always see people play Pokemon. There's some people, it's their thing. It is really their thing. I've always enjoyed it. I liked it with Ash in that group. Once it kind of steered away from them, well, the kids weren't really into it as much anymore. So neither was I. I want to say the last movie I think I really saw that any of us watched was it Darkrai? So I think that was the end of that for us.
I saw her swept overboard in that damn storm. Held on to the rigging long as I could, but it tore the skin off my palms. If I can't hold a weapon, I'm useless to my squad. Do you have any bandages? I lost my kit to the sea.
Nope, I have some yummy torchbug treacle for you.
Blow juice? Used to think this stuff was only good for practical jokes on snowy days. Once I can heft Spleen Shanker, I'll push through the beach and find Sergeant Furion. How about you?
Spleen Shanker. Ouch. That is a weapon to be feared. I told Sergeant Furion I'd find the rest of your squad.
Hope they appreciate their good fortune when you find them. I can get inland after I rest. Fight with purpose.
So, I think Pokemon just appeals to a broader range of people. You know, they're cute, you can collect them, you kind of battle, there's adventure, there's a story. So, and, you know, parents can play with their kids. It's, how do I want to describe it? I think the best way is that it just has a broad appeal. It's a good, I think maybe way to start your kids on a safe way for into video games. Kind of introduce it to them, see if it's, you know, their thing, before you might move on to something else. And then there's that nostalgia that's there as you get older, which I think works for a lot of games. You know, any of your new games. Neverwinter will probably always have some sort of nostalgia for me, because it was my first MMO, my first guild, my first community. Introduced me to a lot of things that I didn't know otherwise. But I don't know if I'd go back and play it now, because they have changed a lot of it. So, nope, too late. So, that's just the amazing part about video games. Everyone just kind of has that video game that brought them into what video games were. And there's just so many different stories around it. And it would be just, if I had enough time in life, it would just be so cool to hear them all, because everyone would be different. And it would be, you know, for different reasons, and it just, the possibilities of the stories and the journeys would just be endless.
Bless Ifra. I'm glad you came by. Have you seen any other Marines along the beach?
No, my time's almost up. No. It feels like I just got started. Sergeant Furion sent me to find you.
She's alive. I suppose that's some luck amidst all this wreckage. Can't say the same for my leg. If I don't put too much weight on it, I can manage a good hobble.
Who doesn't want a good hobble? Sergeant Furion said this torchbug treacle would help.
Glow juice? By the gods, it just might. Soon as I can stand on my own, I'll head inland.
I found everyone in your squad.
Lieutenant Gellin dragged me out of the water. He'll want to know Sergeant Furion and the rest of the squad are all right. I think he said something about looking for shelter in a nearby cave. but I was still coughing up sand.
Alright. We will go look for him next time, because that is all the time I have for today. That went by so fast. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me. And oh my goodness, is that not just beautiful? This game is just beautiful sometimes. If you missed any part of this stream or would like to check it out when you have more time, there is the link for my YouTube channel. Otherwise, you can head to youtube.com, search for Laura Messer. I promise you, I am hiding in there somewhere. Thank you everyone for joining me. Isabella, Sudsy, Gruesome, Big Player, Josh, Bullet, who hopefully is resting well right now. Pokemon's so popular, they made new games a few times a year. I know, it's just, I don't think Pokemon's going away anytime soon. It's going to be the gift that keeps on giving, or the game that keeps on giving, or some variation of that. Oh no, don't worry about apologizing for a phone call. No problem. I am here for you, my friend. I understand people come and go. It happens on my end all the time. Life likes to interrupt. What is it? I hear people say a lot. They say I'm a hardcore gamer with no life. And I just tell them, I said, I have a hardcore life with no time for gaming. To each his own. It's great to chat with you for the first time. It was a pleasure. Thank you so much for hopping into chat, giving us all a chance to get to know you. And wow, everyone, thank you so much. This was an amazing stream. Thank you so much. I appreciate it so much. And I will try to stop this saying so much again. But please, anytime I am live, come join me. Come share in the fun, the hope, and the encouragement that we would love to offer you, because that's what it's all about. We are here for each other. Please remember, you are loved and you are not alone. Thank you so much, everyone, for taking time out of your busy day to hang out with me. I'm honored. Thank you again. Oh, great day. I feel blessed. And I hope you all have a blessed day as well. New journeys wait in the next video. I hope to see you there. Take care.